The Cardinals managed to lose a 20-point lead at halftime. This and more in my week 2 recap.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh.
Murray heaves it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins. Miraculous. It's Murray magic.
The sickest Arizona Cardinals podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Welcome to another episode of The Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh. I'm Kelly Singh, fanalist. I don't consider myself an analyst. I'm just here to share with you my thoughts about the game because I've lived in Phoenix my whole life. I love football and I'm a big Cardinals fan. So let's go ahead and get into it. I want to start with the positives. Positives, wow, the defense killed it, at least for the first half. They definitely were responsible for the Cardinals going into halftime with a 20-point lead. Dobbs, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. The first half, I think he did pretty well. Definitely gave it his all, I would say. But the second half, man, oof, that was rough. So like I said, let's start with some of the positives. One of them being in his first 2 games, Arizona Cardinals rookie offensive tackle, Paris Johnson Jr., he has yet to allow a single QB hit. So that's pretty amazing. He has played 100% of the offensive snaps. This comes to us from Johnny Venerable on Twitter. And I love this little bit of insight. It says that he surrendered a mere 2 hurries and 73 pass block snaps. Fan-freaking-tastic. I get so excited I can't even talk. The defense is something to write home about. Then, we've got Kevon Wallace. He led with 8 tackles. And we also had Thompson tied for second with 7 tackles. And he also made an interception and returned 35 yards, which set us up for a field goal to give the Cardinals that 20-0 lead. But we all know what happened after that. But while we're talking about how fantastic our defense has been, there's another really serious topic that's now come up, and that's Budda Baker. Budda Baker has been put on injured reserve, meaning he's out for at least 4 games. And this comes to us from several sources. This happens to be J-Time Sports on Twitter, or X, I think, as I'm supposed to be saying. Injured reserve, that's not good. We need Budda Baker. However, the Cardinals defense, they really did great. They did great last week. They did great this week. I just wish I could wrap my head around what happened at halftime. It was like night and day. As a active participant, I was at the game, and the chanting and everything was for the Cardinals. Everyone was so excited. Everyone was cheering. It's the home opener. We're protecting the nest. We're doing everything that we need to be doing. And then comes that second half, and everything changes. Just like I said, night and day. And then the cheering changes, and the Cardinals fans are being overwhelmed by the cheers of New York Giants fans as they start to see their team sneaking back into that game. And it was gradual. I'm telling you, it was gradual, but it happened. And it was stunning to say the least, like mind blowing. The Giants came back from this 20-point deficit and managed to win the game 31-28. Daniel Jones, let's look at these stats. 321 passing yards, 59 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, the guy just took over basically, and our defense could not keep up. It's almost as if he woke up and decided to play. I was really bummed because I was talking a whole bunch of garbage, talking about who's tanking now. It's certainly not us. We're playing hard. We can beat the Giants. We could have beat the Giants. It was a series of unfortunate events. And like I said, it was so exciting to be at the game. It was so exciting to have such a huge lead. And then to see it all just be snatched away in the second half was really such a huge bummer. To be a fan in attendance. Were you in attendance? Let me know your feelings on the game, or even if you watched at home, let me know what you were left thinking and feeling. Tweet at me at Kelly in Phoenix on the app formerly known as Twitter, and let me know your thoughts on this week 2 game, Cardinals versus Giants. One thing I was really left with was thinking, man, shouldn't we take Dobbs out? That doesn't have anything to do with his starting position. Let him start again next week. That's fine. But stop the bleeding, mix it up, do something different. Couldn't we have started Clayton Tune in the fourth quarter and just seen what might have happened? It could have really been different. Maybe, perhaps. It's always easy to look back and say we could have, should have, would have done something differently, but I can't help but think of that when I see how far we regressed in the second half. Would it have hurt anything to have taken Dobbs out, regroup, put in Clayton Tune, and just see what might have happened? Just a thought. Outside of that, I was super excited to be at the home opener. I won season tickets this year from the Arizona Cardinals and SeatGeek through Twitter, just doing a retweet sweepstakes, and I won and set up an awesome tailgate. It was so much fun. Got myself a little like pop-up canopy and a little portable grill and a table and a TV and a power source. I went all out, I'm telling you. And it was so fun outside of being super hot, but it was a blast. And I can't wait to do it again next weekend. However, I am not necessarily looking forward to seeing the Cardinals play the Cowboys. That's going to be a tough game for sure. And we all know there are so many Cowboys fans in Arizona. So it's probably going to be even louder than it was this past weekend, seeing all of the Cowboys fans filling up the nest. But I remember what it was like before the Cardinals were our football team. I was like in elementary school, I think, like 6th grade maybe. And everybody was a Cowboys fan. And then all of a sudden we have the Cardinals. And, I want to cheer for my home team. I love watching the Cowboys play. I think they're an exciting team to watch play. I don't have the highest of hopes, but I really do want to see my team go out there, play hard, and put forth the best effort. Who wouldn't want that, Anyway, I do want to hear your thoughts on this week 2 game of the Cardinals versus Giants. Like I said, you can tweet me at Kelly in Phoenix, and you can even reach out to the pod at SickPodKelly. Please subscribe and like. It really means a lot to us. We've gotten a couple episodes this season already that have broken 1,000 views. I would love to see our subscriptions match that too. So if you have just a second to go in and like, subscribe, share, all of those things. And if you're listening to us, not on YouTube, but on your favorite podcast software, thank you so much for following along and subscribing. That also means so much to us as well. My production team puts in a lot of time. I love them so much. So thanks, guys. Later this week in Friday's episode, we'll be looking forward to the week 3 game, which I mentioned is against the Cowboys. So I will have a Cowboys fan in place to talk to us about the matchup and their thoughts about the matchup. So tune in for that. Until then, I'll see you later, I guess. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.